Hello world! Wave Time here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Now I pretty much had that all completed. I got some of the first side done, but not much of the other side, as you can see. So what I've just been doing is tidying up my chest room in the fact that I actually have alchemical chests and I have a bit more stuff in the filters. See here, I have a fuel amount stuff thingy. Yes. So I got the fuel done, I got gems done, I got dust. I might need to reorder things because my cobble chest is a little lacking in cobble. Yay. But it seems to be working out a bit. Also, the thing that I'll need to do with all of this is to have this chest room organized. Since it's going to be a bit smaller of a room, it makes it slightly more difficult to get everything organized. Yeah, organized might be a good plan. So it might have to be longer than it is wide, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is do a bit more filtering and maybe actually put a few signs down and actually start an archway. And if we take a look at how our area is going right now, we have pretty much one of the corners developed really well. We got our BC building, our industrial craft building completely finished. We'll still need to work on the red power building, though we do have a bit more stuff in there. Though we should probably move that back against the wall so we have more room and actually put a darn roof on it. We'll then need to make a few hangars for our mobile quarries. And speaking about mobile quarries, I think the best thing to do with this is, I lifted it up and I should probably build some sort of, not really a mold, but one way to be able to have a quick reference on how to build this part easily, since, it looks very convoluted and it's a very, very, very complex structure. So what I should probably do is build like a bunch of things that are layer by layer, so that I'll be able to have a quick look at each and every single layer that I'll need to do and see that, hey, maybe I should add the battery box. Oh my gosh! I'm going to shut up and stop talking right now and probably step away from that ravine. Okay, it is raining, which is typical. So, as you saw, I lifted that machine up so that I can get a very good look at it. And what I did was I put the very bare skeleton with all the frames and all the necessary, panel things, and got everything powered up with a bunch of solar panels. Sorry, you're no longer needed. We got, I think, enough for now, but we will need more when we actually move this. Now, you'll notice one key difference between that and that, other than the, panels and stuff like that. There is no wiring whatsoever in this. But fear not. Fear not, we are going to be doing some of that wiring with just wireless receivers and transmitters. You see that I have a bunch of dies, and I got all of that by, seeking out the dies and putting it in here, transmitting and everything. But, I don't have black dye, which should be here, and I don't have the gray dyes, and I don't have brown. I can't find a cocoa plant anywhere. Not cocoa plant, but the stuff. And I don't seem to have it here. Now, I'm probably looking at it right now, though I don't see it. So please, spare me. Also, got this room a bit more tidy with some signs. I'll actually put dyes in the filter. But anyways, going on to important stuff, we're going to need one more expander because this situation really calls for one more expander. And we'll need to put it here with one of these in the way. Oops. Sorry about my raspy voice right now. Not really as raspy as other people's, but it feels raspy all the same. So we'll need to put an expander here, and then put these here, and then go onwards. So let's see. We will also need to put transmitters, but let's get the expander first. The expander will require, yet again, I think I got all that actually. I think I just have all of that. Yep. One of this also, and I think doped wafers. Don't fail me. Yes! Sorry, I is happy. I is really happy that I finally have something that I can make that doesn't take forever to find. So, 6. Let's you make that. This, blah, this, and got that. Run away again. I'm very good at running, aren't I? Put that there, and now we have some cables in which to lay. Now we have some basic instructions that we're going to need. We need all 6 basic movements, and we're going to need also a black wire and a red wire. The red wire is going to, well, break the stuff underneath, and the black wire will go to this abomination, in which that it'll be able to, you know, do other stuff. Huh. Is it jammed for some reason? No, it can't be. That'd just be stupid. Oh, also I have tubes up here, which is always a good thing, and I'll need to color wires on there, but I think we got enough. Anyways, divergent paths are divergent. Okay, so that'll... we don't have a black wire, do we? And we don't have brown either, so we're gonna have to substitute some other color. Let's go with green. Green and red. So I'll have to make a note that the green wire is going to be the one going to this, and the red wire will, well, not be going to that. Okay. We're going to need to get a bunch of transmitters. Transmitters will require stone wires and stone wafers, wireless transceiver, RE, the R ether, pearl. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be annoying to craft. I'm guessing I'll just put my dyes in my chests over here and then get about to crafting those bloody things. Blah 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 blah. So I'll need a total of 7 transmitters and 7 receivers. That seems like the best thing, so that I will need 14. Let's not get the order messed up, shall we? Gonna need 14. Already got the order messed up. What are you talking about? Once again, stop interrupting yourself way. I'm going to need to have 14 different transmitters and receivers. Therefore, I'll need 14 ender pearls. And I'll need a lot of glowstone dust and redstone. Ender pearls. You see, this monotony is what really drives me from not doing all of this stuff. You know, it's just very monotonous in the fact that there's a lot of monotony. Funny how that works out. Well, at least I got a lot of this, so we can make a lot of ender pearls very, very, very slowly. That's going to take forever. How about some diamonds to cheer you up, shall we? Blah, blah. Blah blah. Okay. Well, 16 per. That's kind of sucky. Okay, we can make 16, so we just need a stack of glowstone. Just a stack. And now we're going to need to get a bunch of redstone. Redstone... Oops, lag. Lag. I don't like lag. Redstone somewhere in my stuff, so let's get a piece of redstone to work with. Oh, I know where all of the redstone is. In a place that cannot be determined. Right here. Thank you. I think this is my very last piece of redstone too, so it'll be very difficult if this were to disappear. So, redstone. Stack. Thank you. I don't need all that dye, so let's just keep that making. Got that, got that. I probably have it mixed up, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of obsidian sticks for some reason. So just get all those. And get the wireless transceivers, stone bowls for the receiver. So 8. Getting these. And these. And these. Okay, now we're just going to need to get all of our wafers that we have tucked away somewhere. We're going to need a lot of them, and I don't think this is enough, so I'm just going to cook them up and then tell you when I start crafting them, and also when I get rid of this freaking rain. Maybe I should get vulcanite for this rain since it's happened so much. Okay, I've got probably more than enough wafers right here, and 16 should be enough to get all that, and we'll have, let's see, I need 14 in total, so let's have 15 of that here, and obsidian rods. I forgot more obsidian rods. I'm gonna need a few more. Yay, hooray for planning things thoroughly. Think that should be enough. Right here. And yeah, let's go with this. So let's have 7 of these here. So we have 7 transmitters. That'll be what's required. And we'll need to have a few more of these. I think that's perfect. 7 receivers. So we got our transmitters and our receivers. And looking at it, whoa, these items are animated. Ooh, bouncy. So these are the receivers. The receivers will go on each of these motors. And I think we should have them according to which direction they're moving. So this one will be a lime. Up, up, up. Ooh, that's fancy. So this is the bus ID of it. There must be some other way to change these, right? I'm not sure. Anyways, got that one down. Got that down. There we go. We can right click it to set the frequency. So for the 1000 series, we'll have this as a 1, not 1, but let's see. Let's see what each wire is. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So this is 32. Yellow, on the other hand, is 16. And let's put the others down. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And which way is which direction? looking over here, we have white, light blue, orange, magenta. White, light blue, orange, magenta. So we have white, this is orange, magenta is the 4, light blue, and magenta. So add 1,000 to each of these so that we know that there are 1,000 series. And all of those are done. So presumably when we plug in the transmitters, they will work equally as good. And 7. Okay. Now we do have a die of each and every single one, so we might as well use those and throw away the items we won't use right away, which are so. Hey, look, lever, flip the switch, Mibaku, and go over here. Let's see. There's probably something that I am missing. Ah, yes, dies. We need the dies. So let's make 2 wires of each of the dyes that we have. We already have white, magenta, light blue, yellow, lime, and we're going to have a red and a green. Now make the wires. And now that we have the wires, we can go over here and place them down. So white, orange, magenta, light blue, blah blah blah, yellow, and lime, and finally we just have to put these in the correct series. And 32. There we go, we have everything. Now the advanced has frequency names, it looks like, so that will be fine. And it seems like I'm lagging a bit, so let's test this out. But we don't have any directions programmed in this as of yet. I have the Mobile Quarry Mach 3 program in it, but honestly that won't leave enough room for uses because we already, well, enough room for uses. We already have pretty much all of the space taken care of. If we just page this and restart it with the Mobile Quarry program in it, we have only 6,500 bytes free with 1 expansion bay. We'll need more than that. So I'm guessing, we gotta put a wire there also, so we're gonna need my, red wire? Ah, well. Let's see, and test this out. Okay, I'm gonna be right back quickly and get something very important, then I'll continue. Okay, so I put a base program in this, and well, what I did to do the base program was I went way over to the other Mobile Quarry and typed in forget X and got basically the program that I needed. Might need to do a few modifications because I did modify the code in that earlier version past this point, so whatever, it's calibrated, the movements work, it actually moves, which is kind of an important thing if the movements are supposed to work. So let's get this into a bit of a position right now. Right now it will need to go to this point, which is 355, negative 255. 355, negative 255, but it will need to go raised to this point, so 355, negative 255, go to. So it'll raise to 110, or at least a comparable point. Raise. Thank you. And the calibration is a bit wonky in the fact that I didn't have much of a point of reference, so I just said, hey, it's at height 90 and it has a position of yay. So once it raises to its appropriate point, it will go into position above that assembly right there. It won't go and lower itself onto it quite yet since it's not at that point. But whatever, let's go on and do some more important things in the fact that we need to get the block breaker on. And it will be a green wire. Green wire of block breakedness. Breakedness, that just sounds so wrong. So block breaker will be on with the wireless receiver. Wireless receiver meet block breaker. Block breaker, wireless receiver. Nice to meet you too. Plus, and let's go to the simple settings, and this is going to be a very high frequency, so I think we're going to need to change our frequency names to 1, 2, 4, etc, etc. This will be instead of 16, 15, 14. And thank goodness it's not taken yet, so hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh my gosh, it's right above me. Let's see. Does it reach it and blot out the sun? Yes, and it's right above me, so the calibration seems to be working. And, well, considering that it's... Anyways, I'll just shut up now. Okay, so we got the receiver done, and we'll just need to get our red wire over here to go right there. And I think we got pretty much the basics of all of this machine. What we can do is add a transmitter for a light switch, but currently the basic design is, well, this really. Let's see. And we also need to add our point of attachment, which is here. So if we put that down, it will attach. Now, it's a very small module. I can say that right now. Doesn't really need to be big, so it works. And is that actually above me? Nope, it's not quite above me for some reason. As in, it's not at the exact point. 356, negative 255, so it missed a singular step, so we might need to increase the delay, unless the delay is just wonky. Delay 1 at go 15. Wait a second. It also has the light. That's the issue, huh? Anyways. Something's just not sitting right, you know? It should have got to this point, seeing as it's using... Oh! We need to add 8 ticks of delay. Because the computer, when it is actually moving, pauses for all of the ticks that it is in movement. So it takes 0.8 seconds, so it needs 16 more ticks of delay. So let's put delay 1 to 15, or let's try a different code. I haven't used this ever. Let's do 15, delay 1, plus exclamation mark. Does it work? Yes, okay, so I can use plus exclamation mark for my code later. So let's just recalibrate it so it's at 356, current x at exclamation mark, and we'll just need to do minus x. Yay. Okay, I might need to recalibrate it a bit more than that, but as of now, it seems to be good. Now, this, I am currently at 93. But this currently, if we can raise up, is at 109. So 109, I'll calibrate it, then put 93. So 109, current y, exclamation mark, and 93. Raise 2. This will give the connection that we'll need. Now, it might be going too fast because the energy of how... I'm not sure how fast this energy needs to go, but it should... I think it's lined up. Everything does seem lined up. The connection does seem like it will connect, which is always a good thing. And it's going slowly but surely. There's not really any cabin except this area. Well, no cabin that I can exit from once it's done, so I'll just hop out. And connection is established. Very small. It seems like it'll work though. Though small may be what we're looking for. I just wish there was a way to connect with it. Oh, dearie me. Let's just do +Y, see if it actually moves with it. The bulk might be a little too much for it, though. But it is... Did it lift? Did it lift? No, it didn't lift. Fudgesicle, fudgesicle, fudgesicle. Oh, yes. Silly way. Silly, silly, silly way. We need to connect this to a frame. Blah, blah. Reinsert here. Now it's moved. Now the problem is that I don't want it to connect there permanently. So I will put one of these here. Hopefully, just by removing this, we'll remove the problem. So let's just do another +Y to get it off of the system. It worked. So good. Let's just put this here just for, fun. Because why not have fun? Now this doesn't need to be here, but might make it a little prettier. I like pretty stuff. And then just put another down. -Y. It's connected. So let's raise it to 100. We'll need to recalibrate it later. But this should bring it all the way up without missing a step, since there's not much of an increase of weight on the machine. One. Needs to go up one more. Let's just +2 it. +Y, +Y. +Y, +Y, good. Then bring it to this location, 380, -260. 380, -260. Go to that location, and then we'll put it to there. So we can then wait for it, see if there's any problems with the machine, and if not, we can actually go to coding. Yay, hooray! I'll shut up now. Now, you gotta say, that's probably the most disgusting machine I've ever seen. Just frames everywhere and everything. Big block breaker right there, ready to eat you at the slightest provocation. Is that just me? Tell me that's just me, because, I don't want it to descend upon me and eat me, because that would be painful. Sigh. Okay, so that's nice and set. Everything seems to be in order. It hasn't detached or anything. We might need a few more solar panels, though this seems sufficient for now. We'll just create some later. But it's completely mobile. Doesn't need to worry about anything. At least I keep on telling myself that. Okay, now we're going to get in some of the complex coding. Be warned, it can be a little tricky, and most of this stuff is, going at how I feel. Now, in my previous little bit, I told you about how you can put the array address in a different variable. That's what I'm going to be doing first off. I want to make a variable that has the name array address. So whenever I actually get the array, I'll be able to put it in there. Also, I'll want to have a variable called counter, which will basically be the counter of the thing. Yeah. Basically the position and the location where it is in the array. Now, we'll also want to be able to define the quarry. You want to be able to, not the quarry, the dimensions of the building that you're doing. So say if I want to deconstruct like this, which won't really be possible, I'd want to put in 5 by 5 by, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I want to be able to put 5 by 5 by 8. That'll be the width, the depth, and the height of the thing. Now, if you could actually see what I'm doing, I'm making very vague arm gestures right now, which are probably very embarrassing. So we have the depth variable, width variable, height. So we'll want to input those variables in by the dimensions. So we'll need the dimensions word, of course. Height at, since we'll be doing width, depth, height, we have to do it opposite. So depth, that, and width, that, and then semicolon. So we have dimensions. Now we'll want to be able to set the counter for when we're doing the quarry. You know, if I say quarry, I'm just not going to correct myself because I'm visualizing this machine acting similar to how my quarry does work, actually, in the fact that it'll go on a particular cell base. It'll sweep this way, then it'll sweep, and etc., etc. So I hope you don't get confused by that. So we'll want to set the counter by a word called setCounter. Now this counter will basically put in our array, since when we build the structure that will be in the array, we'll want to start at 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, etc., etc. And go upwards from there and stop when we reach the entirety of the array. Now, we'll have to be able to put the stuff into some sort of number. Now, setCounter, the number will say the maximum. Now the setCounter is pretty much, we forgot some stuff, so let's actually put this into a number. Max. Let's put this in variable max. So max is the maximum number of blocks that are in the array, from 0 to max. This will be needed so when we finally get to the point where we're making the building, we'll want to know that when we finally build it, we won't continue going on and on placing random blocks, because frankly that would suck. Now, variable max will basically be the maximum. Anyways, let's do setCounter again. And we're not just setting the counter here, come on. So, to get the maximum we're going to place, we need to have the height, the depth, and the width. They will tell us everything of this build. Now, since this is a cubular building, it will depend on all three of them equally by multiplying them all together. But then, since it works as an array, you'll have to subtract 1 from it. And then we're going to need to put it in two things. We're going to put it in the max, and we also have to put it in the counter. The counter is going to control everything. Because when we are doing the quarry, we'll want to count downwards so that we'll be able to tell when we finally finish it. Since you don't want to try digging lower since you'll kind of just get stuck, which would be a bad thing, by the way. Bad thing to get stuck. Okay, so we got 1 minus. We'll want to dupe it, put it into counter, and also put it in... Did I put a variable for counter? Yes, I did. It's capitals. Counter and max. And then end that word. And wait for that to compile. Yay. Okay, we're also going to need to do another variable, delay 3. Now, obviously, it's going to take a while for this to compile. Make sure you know that. Delay 3. This delay is going to be the delay for when this goes, how long it takes for it to go through and through these. That's going to take a while, so we're going to have to constantly tweak it. Now the thing is, this will be our break word. The first thing that we'll need to do is actually break it. That will be the green wire, I do believe. Green wire set to the 14. So green wire is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 2 to the power of 13. That'll be 8192. Hey, it's the value of diamonds. So 8192. Did I say 3? Probably. So 8192 IOX set. IOX set. Wait 4 ticks. 8192 IOX reset. We'll then want to... That'll be the green wire. The green wire will go there. It'll break the block that's underneath it, go to the ender chest. The ender chest will then transmit it over here, and the transposer with the red wire will pull it out. So 8192 times 2 happens to be 16384. So 16384. Duplicate that. For some reason I want to do that. Set 4 ticks. IOX reset. That'll be a bit quicker. Now we'll then want to wait for a delay of delay 3 at ticks. Waiting. Why am I waiting? It's taking so long. Ah, typo makes me sad. Okay, I'll recode that line and then go onwards.